Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about the 5 most expensive cards in Dominaria Remastered. We are close to pre-release weekend and I think a lot of you are looking forward to the set. I personally won't be buying it, but still we always say cards do not have value, so I want to check out what the current value of the cards in Dominaria Remastered is. But let's start with a promo first. The old counterspell looks fantastic and it shouldn't cost you $1 because it's a promo. That means you can get that one for free. Really nice card. I would like to get my hands on one of those, but let's see. We're starting off with the Sylvan Library iconic card, first printed in Legends. Wonderful artwork here, I think. And we got from left to right the normal version, the borderless version, and the retro version. The cheapest one is, strangely enough, at the moment on MTG Goldfish, $33.76, followed by the normal version with $34.99, and then the retro version is the most expensive one with $37.99. I think it's a very good card. I personally really like the card. I think I got a couple of 4th edition ones, and I think I got a German or a French black bordered one, but these ones, especially the borderless ones, are looking really cool. So yeah, if you are looking to pick those up, let's see if one of those is appealing to you. And the Sylvan is closely followed by Urza, Lord High Artificer, on number 4 of the most expensive cards in Dominaria Remastered. I personally think this is a really cool card. I think the artwork of the borderless one is fantastic. It is the most expensive one at the moment as well. And for the ranking, just so you know, hey, this is more expensive than another card that comes later. For the ranking, I took the prices of the normal version. Retro version, don't like it so much for this one personally, not my favorite, but the borderless pretty nice. And remember, these are pre-order prices which are most likely to drop after release, after pre-release and after full release. And these are not foil prices, because the foils might be even more expensive depending on how difficult they are to get. Moving on to number 3, Vampiric Tutor. We just had it in the list slot and we had a reprint in Commander Legends, but we are getting another reprint in Dominaria Remastered. It is a cool card, and certainly if you don't have one, pick one up. Probably now's the time, because prices will drop a lot after release. You can get other versions, like the Commander Legends version is under $30, so you don't have to get a Dominaria Remastered version. You just can get a cheaper one, and those are all like Magic the Gathering MTG Goldfish prices. It's probably a lot cheaper even on the open market. The retro foil version you see here on the right is about $50 at the moment. I think it looks pretty cool. I want to see it in real life, just check if it looks that cool as it comes across here on the screen. But in general, I think the retro foil version looks pretty amazing for some cards, personally. Well, that's my personal opinion. I know a lot of you already told me they don't really like it, but yeah, I think sometimes it looks pretty cool, depending on the card. Number 2, moving on to Urza's Incubator. I think this one is pretty expensive when you look at the normal version. I don't know why it's more expensive than the borderless version and the retro version here, but it is what it is. That's what MTG Goldfish says, and I think it hasn't been reprinted for a while, so that's why it's so high on the list. Yeah, personally I think it's a cool card, yes, but I think it's a bit overpriced, maybe because of scarcity, so that price here might drop a lot along the way. You never know. We'll see. Which of the 3 versions do you like best? I, again, do like the borderless version. the best of all three here. And I don't know if it's just zoomed in and the other ones are zoomed out, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Force of Will, of course, number one. 86.95 for the normal version, 165.97 for the retro version, and 167.94 for the borderless version. And I don't know if the borderless version will be the borderless foil version will be as expensive as the double masters version was, which was, I think, at a certain point $500-600. I don't believe it will, because the supply just is a lot higher at the moment of the card. It has been reprinted recently, so in general I think even the foil version won't be super expensive. If you like it, probably a nice piece to collect, a nice piece to have, the foil version then of the borderless. I don't know how the retro foil will look like, but okay. Personally, I would get the Therese Nielsen one, and I am a bit bummed out that the retro version here is not the Therese Nielsen artwork, because the original Alliance's Force of Will is about $105, and I think if I would have the choice, I would get that one. Yeah, folks, I quickly want to have a look at these three cards as well. Yawgmoth, the Thran Physician. This one came in close. Some versions of this one are more expensive than versions in the top 5, but the normal version is less expensive, and that I took as a basis. The most expensive rare card in the set is the Enlightened Tutor, which sits at around $33.92 currently, and the second most expensive rare card in the set is Entomb with $23.62. So even in the rare slot, you can hit big if the prices won't drop immensely after release. But yeah, these cards are definitely cards you should look out for as well if you want to get singles from the set. If you look at the next slots, there is still some value there, like some cards above $10, but in general I think that will be a lot less after release. Will you get singles? Will you buy boxes? Some of you already told me they won't buy boxes this year, and again, I won't buy sealed product until Wizards of the Coast apologizes for the approach they are currently taking. I made a long video about it yesterday. I might link to that video at the end of this video. I'm just rambling on my thoughts about it. My personal thoughts, if you want to get Dominaria Remastered personally as well, I say personally because it's my opinion I'm voicing here. I think it looks like a cool set. I am very triggered by the nostalgia stuff like Wrath of God, and I already saw like a foil retro version for $5. Yeah, I might be triggered to just pick one up here and there. But Swords to Plowshares, Savannah Line, Sylvan Library, which we saw here in the top 5 list, these cards are really dear to me. I like them, I know them for a very long time, and I'm triggered by that set, so I would like to do a draft with that set, just because of the nostalgic factor of the set. But I'm not sure how well the draft experience will hold up. I will try it on Magic the Gathering online, where I don't have to buy stuff and I just can play, because I think I have a lot of coins, a lot of gold from the last years in which I played very actively on there. And I just can try the draft experience. Some of you said like, yeah, it's not balanced very well, and others said, might be a fun draft experience. So I'm curious about that. In general, again, thanks a lot for being here. Thanks a lot for watching the video. If you are not subbed yet, it would be awesome if you could hit the subscribe button. And of course, thanks to my subs, to my current subs, and my Patreons. I really appreciate you guys being here. Stay healthy, stay frosty. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye bye.